Today is December 1st. All right, December the 1st, 2025. I started this in November of 2006. Governor O'Malley approved it. Called the Get Shorty program. So you're going to get Shorty. You get Shorty. My activism, my cooking, my contributions to the community. And you get it through the legal lens. The legal lens, remember that. We're going to peel back the layers like an onion. All right? Like an onion. Through the legal lens. Ain't no Loggins making a movie. Ivan Bates made a movie. Justin Fenton made a movie. President Obama made a movie. President Bush made a movie. Yeah. David Simon made a movie. It was about Baltimore. Well, I made a movie. I'm the cook in Baltimore. From 1997 to now. And I'm getting ready to cook y'all up. Y'all made the movie Color Purple. And that held black women building up their black families. But you don't show movies about black men building up black communities. You just show us selling drugs and killing each other. Well, I'm sure you a movie about us loving on each other. We love each other. You feel me? From Color Purple to Shorty, all right? That's Martha. That's Tom. That's the Lake County Board. That's David Smith from Fox 45. See the dates? 2007, 2007, 2007. I'm Shorty. I'm the cook in Baltimore. 2021 Weaver Award winner. That's President Obama in the Department of Justice. That's Dr. KWEEA Radio. That's Brandon Scott, City Councilman, Mayor Scott, and the City Council. Anthony Brown, Attorney General. All right. These are mail receipts. All right. These are mail receipts of everybody involved. Like I said, I'm Shorty. Dwayne has been building communities in Baltimore for over 20 years and is passionate about bringing people together and getting them to think about things in new ways and taking care of them with good food. All right. Dwayne will use this award to support the project of good in the hood. Just like the Color Purple. It's the good in the hood. You feel me? They will congratulate a person doing the same thing as you, just not you, just because it's you. That's my Community Verizon Award. That's my Crown Award. And that's my family. You kidnapped me from my family. You stole me from my family like Emmett Till. You feel me? That's Black Lives Matter? No, Black Money Do. That's Dred Scott. You repealed Roe versus Wade, but you ain't said nothing about Dred Scott. Like I said, this is a story. Y'all made Baltimore The Wire? Well, this is Baltimore Rewired, the money behind mass incarceration. That's Tom Kapelhoff. That's Rod Rosenstein. And that's a letter from Johnny Oleski asking for a federal investigation. Criminal section. Criminal section. You heard of Operation Greylord? We're going to do Operation Greylord right here in Baltimore. And you're going to be the star witness. Attorney General Anthony Brown got my paperwork. He was Lieutenant Governor Anthony Brown when I started this. All right? Like I said, activism. Speaking truth to power. And that's me, Dwayne Davis, weaving the social fabric, M&T Bank. That's President Trump. And that's the First Amendment of the Constitution. All right? That's President Trump and the First Amendment of the Constitution. Like I said, I'm the weaver. And activism ain't terrorism. Speak your mind. Stand up. You feel me? Speak out. So I'm speaking out and I'm using my First Amendment. In 1986, I blew the whistle on the courts in Lake County, Illinois. All right? Right here. I got a GED class. All right? Victim, Dwayne G. Davis. Witness. Benny Starks did 20 years for a crime he didn't commit. Benny Starks ain't in jail no more. So we're going to file a class action lawsuit. A class action lawsuit because I can show you for the last 40 years how you've been incarcerating our black community. And Governor Westmore got that. Like I said, books over bars, education instead of incarceration. From 1986 to now. You feel me? From 1986 to now. In 1986, I turned in guns and drugs to the police to end the war on drugs. N62528. I'm a precedent-setting case. All right? I'm a precedent-setting case. So they did it again. See that? That's Miss Gion. All right? And right here, the envelope package. You got to produce that envelope package in the videotape. All right? You got to produce that because that's my intellectual property. I'm a Baltimore City hero. Right here. Baltimore. Dwayne Shorty Davis. All right? I'm a Baltimore City hero. And I've been fighting about racism, corruption, and police brutality. That's Xavier Conway, the clerk of the court. All right? So everything Xavier Conway got, the clerk of the court, like I said, we're making a movie. You made Color Purple. This is Get Shorty. That's Illinois. All right? And that's filed. I'm a jailhouse lawyer. I ain't a jailhouse snitch. See the date? January 2007. That's the property from 1986. All right? That's the property from 1986. Rob Fix Production. See that? Judge Turnbull ordered Scott Shellenberger to return my truck, my computer, and they didn't return my truck or my computer. Gov.O'Malley had it destroyed. All right? That's a court order. That's a court order. All right? People versus Dwayne Davis. My property, January 2010. If you'd have gave me my property back in January 2010, I wouldn't have went to jail in January 2011. All right? That's Mr. McGee, parole and probation. That's Judge Phillips. That's Jeremy Stemick. That's Linda Dodge, parole and probation. All right? Y'all got this. Anthony Brown got this. We talking about people paying off judges to make cases go away. Jeremy Stemick, Michael Alport. We're going to show you white justice versus black justice. And the payoff was $40,000. Racism don't work without black cooperation. You was the clerk under Scott Shellenberger when I got locked up. You went to Gilman. You was at the University of Baltimore Law School. And you got this information. We had this conversation. Like I said, racism don't work without black cooperation. See the date? February 2nd, 2011 at 8:53 a.m. The States Attorney Office had this. I didn't manufacture this. My delegates and delegations know all about this. This is 2025. These is our representatives. Embry spoke at the Arts Day in Annapolis. These are our representatives. Heddleman got this. John Carden's got this. Pasteur is my sister. You feel me? Everybody in here got this. February the 2nd. So why did you lock me up on February the 7th? You feel me? You permitted them to do this. That's Atlas. And you seen David Smith from 2007. So that shows you how long you've been doing this. That's Ivan Bates. Like I said, he made a movie, We Got a Monster. Well, this is called Get Shorty. And I got you. Got you with your hands in the cookie jar. A person may not make or cause a statement to be made. Fox 45 did that a year ago. Scott Shellenberger did it, Fox 45 did it, and Miss Gion did it. You did it 3 times. That's the triple crown. Remember that? When the chips is down, don't play with your future. Don't gamble with your future. So right now, it's all on you, Ivan. It's on you. It's on Monica Cooper. It's on the State's Attorney's Office. Do blacks have rights in which white America respects? You freed Keith Davis. I want a trial. Yeah, I want a trial. That's the State's Attorney's Office. That's the State's Attorney's Office. Don't gamble with your future. Let's play the tapes like Watergate. All right? Let's play the tapes like Watergate. So Ivan Bates, these are the cases. Right here. These are the cases. 07 CF 4988. I never got a trial. That's Tom Perez. That's Brian Frosh. That's Al Redmer and Governor Hogan. And these are the people in the community. And like I said, Color Purple, I was making a movie about killing our kids. Our kids supposed to bury us. We're not supposed to bury our kids. Remember that. On February the 2nd, y'all locked me up. Well, on December the 2nd, my son was killed in Zion, Illinois. My son was killed in Zion, Illinois. And that's where I got the ideas of the toilet. People thought I was going to come home and act a fool and shoot up and do all the things I used to do. But you can't make me be that person no more. You know what I'm saying? A gun didn't make me a man. My word made me a man. And my word make me a man now. And the words that I put on you, you can't stand. Because the truth speak the power. In 1986, I turned in guns and drugs to end the war on drugs. I'm a precedent-setting case. I'm a precedent-setting case in Illinois, and I'm a precedent-setting case in Maryland. I'm an artist and an activist. I shot the town up for 45 minutes. You can ask Sam Cunningham. You can ask Val King. You can ask anybody that's in the state of Illinois. You can Google search the case. I won that case. I was found innocent in those charges. I was supposed to be retried. The state never retried me. 20 years later, that means that the case is reversed and remanded. That means that you can't do nothing to me. But the state of Maryland and the state of Illinois, Mr. Waller, Mr. Shellenberger, took my 1986 case in front of the grand jury to get an indictment. That's fruit from the forbidden tree. I'm supposed to be able to testify in front of the grand jury. That's my right. Brack versus Wells gives me a right to go in front of the grand jury. So in 2025, I want Brack versus Wells. I want to go in front of the grand jury. I want Ivan Bates to take all that evidence that he got and take me to the grand jury. Judge Carrion got my evidence. Judge Cox got my evidence. And Judge Cox's significant other works for Scott Shellenberger. So we're going to show you the ties that buy it. Y'all made me famous for toilets, so I'm going to cash in on that. It's the time to pee. President Trump got all this. That's my community award. All right? Entrepreneur of the Year, Shorty Davis. And I'm famous for toilets. Called potty training politicians. That's Mayor Brandon Scott, Commissioner Worley, and Commissioner Harris.
I stink like shit. I don't give a crap.
Yeah. We're going to flush careers in 2025. If you got evidence and knowledge, that makes you parties to a crime. You feel me? Operation Greylord. Google search it. Because we getting ready to do it again. And if you don't take them to court, if you don't do nothing about it, you can't stop me from what I'm doing here. I'm building toilets like you build a bear. So every day I build a toilet, I'm going to put a politician's face on the toilet. Yeah. I'm going to put a politician's face on the toilet. It's the time to pee. Did you use the toilet today? You're going to think about me tomorrow. I got an award for it. You feel me? Out for Justice. Go to training from Out for Justice and get all my paperwork. You feel me? Building toilets like you build a bear. And I'm going to be selling this shit. You feel me? Ceasefire. See the cup of coffee? Did you have a cup of coffee today? Yeah. Marilyn Mosby got a cup. She got a whole cup. So I'm looking for exoneration of the Supreme Court. Until I get it, it's going to be the campaign of public shame. Public Accommodations Act gave me the right to use the toilet. That's 1964. Fast forward to 2025, I'm going to use the toilet to access the courts. To access the courts. When you took me to trial in 2011, I used the toilet to get out of jail. All right? I put 3 toilets in front of the jury. Every day I switch positions of the toilet. At the end of the trial, I asked the jury, which toilet did you lock me up for? So how many toilets am I going to have to put all over the city or sell before y'all give me justice? President Trump got the toilet. You seen it. First Amendment, freedom of speech. Question of the day. Did you use the toilet today? You're going to think about Shorty tomorrow. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. My birthday coming up December the 26th. Man, Brandon Scott's baby's birthday is December the 26th. I want my freedom. I want my freedom. Potty training politicians. Mayor Brandon Scott, is your baby potty trained yet? Well, I'm going to make a book all about you. It's a time to pee. It's a time to pee. It's better to be pissed off than pissed on. You don't get as wet.